Good morning. Welcome to Journal with Me. It's Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats, and welcome to my channel. We're going to get started journaling a little quicker than we normally have. I had a mix up in appointments and have to go to an appointment early this morning, but I do have time to to journal with some prompts for today and spend a little time talking to you. And if you're able to talk with me, that would be great. Again, this is Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats, and we spend time on Tuesdays and Thursdays journaling together in community. And I see one of Catherine Muhammad is here. Good morning to you, Catherine. Yes, we're gonna do something a little different this morning, so that I don't have to necessarily rush, but I do have to be there on time. And I hope that um, you can spend a few moments um, with me, but then carry on with your journaling or your meditation um, when this session is over. So it is already March 28th, and time is flying, and I haven't not um, spent time in these sessions um, for this month. I don't believe. Maybe I have affirming um, myself or asking you to consider affirming yourself. So let's take some time in doing that. But first, let's check in, um, see how we're doing, how you're doing. I'm doing good this morning, doing well. Um, it's uh, it's a rainy day here in my area, but I'm still good. You know, I slept well. Actually, slept very well and peaceful last night. So that's good. So that's the reason for the good vibes on my end. I hope that you can take a moment and take a note about how you're doing. Um, so one of the one of the quotes, or I guess it's a quote. I don't know if it's a quote or not. Sometimes you see things online. You don't know if they're quotes or somebody just wrote some random thing. It makes you pause and think. And today that happened for me. And I'll share that with you along with um, us affirming ourselves. So I hope you are well. And we're going to spend just this few minutes getting comfortable, first of all, so that we can open up. I don't know how people, wake up. I'm an early riser. And when I do rise, I do move a little slow. There's some people who hop out of bed. And I don't want to make assumptions that everybody's rushing, because uh, that's not a good way necessarily to get stable for your day. So let's get comfortable in our seats and the bed or wherever you are. Good morning, Dr. Donna. Yeah, and feeling good today. Self care is very good. Yeah, I saw something interesting about self care yesterday, and a celebrity posted it, and I thought it was odd about self care and how she couldn't get into self-care because it caused her to do too much caring for herself. I thought it was very interesting. But I'm glad to see you, Dr. Donna, and I'm glad you are doing what is best for you in your self-care. It is important. It really is. So, yeah, I think today in my description, um, I put accountability, hashtag accountability, clarity, and awareness. All of that being self care, but holding yourself accountable, being held accountable, gaining clarity, gaining a self awareness. Yeah, all of those are good things that you can do in small measure and not be rushed or harried with, you know? So, yeah, didn't quite understand that. I hope that you are caring for yourselves as much as you care for others at 50 and plus, being in a sandwich generation of being between uh, your elders or parents or someone. You may be someone, you may not. And then potentially children. They may be young adults, they may be teenagers, they may be adults still needing and wanting care. but but in between all of that, in between, even if you are the in between, there is still time and it's necessary to care for you, right? Hold yourself accountable, gain clarity on anything you need to get clear on, and be aware of how you're moving around in this world. And I do hope that you are moving around in this world. So, oh, good morning, Abba. Great to have you here today. Nicole, great to see you here today. So, if you have your journals, pen, paper, a journal, this is my courage journal. A young woman uh, designed this cover and wrote, "Here's to growing in courage each day." Yeah, cheers to growing in courage each day, as it takes courage to uh, move around and take steps toward our self care sometimes, you know? Yeah. Sometimes we have to really put on our courage and do what we want or need to do, but may feel hesitant in doing so. So, yeah. So, the first thing I'd like us to do in our writing, and we'll spend 10 minutes on these two things. You could take a note to write down your positive, powerful statement about yourself, an affirmation that celebrates you today. It is Thursday. No, normally we do affirmations here. So if you can please write down your positive, powerful statement and why what is the reason, or how do you come up with that? What is that all about for you? Um, and then the next thing um, is based on this quote that came in through Insight Timer today. How does this resonate with you? I'll read it. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Robert Brault wrote that, and I'll repeat that. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. So today, due to an appointment I had and a scheduling error I made, we'll spend 10 minutes on affirming ourselves and this quote, and then come back and so you can spend 5 minutes on your affirmation and 5 minutes on the quote, or however you choose to do that. And please note that just because I have to go away doesn't mean that you have to stop journaling or spending time in meditation for yourself. Okay, so let's get started. Does anyone need me to read that again? I will, just because. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Okay. And we have our Ambu chime that's going to uh, take us into our journaling session. And then the Sakya chime you'll hear at the end, which is a lighter tone. And that will tell you that the 10 minutes is up. So, yeah, we'll get started right now. Get comfortable, and let's journal together. Thank you. Okay, the Sakya bell has rung, and hope you were able to participate in this shorter version today, this shorter session of writing. And we're able to affirm yourself, write that powerful, important celebration, affirmation of yourself, your I am or I will, writing your statement about yourself, powerful and positively celebrating yourself. And the quote today, if you're just coming in and want to if this resonates with you and you choose to write on this quote, which is somewhat of a prompt for today, enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Robert Brault. This comes from Insight Timer. So, yeah, that resonated with me by the fact that we were talking, I was briefly talking about being part of the sandwich generation, in which we tend to care for our parents or someone who may be older than us. And then on the other side, someone who may be younger than us, and we're in between. And having to do triple duty, really, because we count ourselves, we need to count ourselves as caring for ourselves as we are caring for these other groups of people. Um, the baby boomers um, tend to be taught in that generation. Um, and so the little things at one time, for me, were was anything that I wanted or needed, um, uh, which I should have, you know, spent time enjoying the fact that I should care for myself, not consider myself to be a little thing. Because one day you may look back and realize that, I am a big thing. I'm a big deal. So should have enjoyed them. And that really comes to mind for me when I think about saving and investing. I put that, I did not do my best. Thought it was something, I, it, I was investing in my children. I was investing in, their school or their their care or whatever. And I I had time to to do that little thing, like put a little bit of money here and a little bit there, because that little bit of money, uh, or finances or whatever resources stored away would be a big thing, right? We realize it's a big thing. That's what I got from that. That's what resonated with me this morning. Not so sure, you know, uh, it could mean anything. But one thing I do know is that caring for for ourselves is a big deal. And I saw this celebrity post, I believe it was on Instagram, stating that, what's the big deal about self care? She was annoyed by it, by the fact that she took a course on mindfulness and all, and self care was being, promoted and talked about, and she was trying to practice, self care and found it to be quite annoying. and it cost her, so much time to care for herself, and that she didn't find it, you know, comforting or anything. I thought that's odd to me. That's like you learn. So this concept is very popular now, and it's popular because so many people have not taken time to care for themselves between work, relationships, uh, world events, you know, all kinds of things. But um, maybe it is annoying. What's your take on that? Is it annoying to take care of yourself? I find it to be very exciting and inspirational, and you know, to care for myself, thinking of ways to care for myself better than I have done in the past. Dr. Crystal is back. Dr. Crystal's been gallivanting around Europe. Welcome back. Back to Atlanta, Dr. Crystal, trying to unpack, sort mail, find food to eat, haven't touched my journal. Well, you can do that today. Touch that journal. Take some time and care for yourself. I guess finding food is a good thing to do to nurture your body and your spirit. Yeah. Abba, it still feel like a luxury to take care of myself. Yes. Isn't that interesting? Yes. People see it as a luxury. So, but a luxury is a good thing, right? So why would you be annoyed about taking care of yourself if it were a luxury? Maybe the time it takes, and you thinking that you cannot spend that time. You don't have that time for luxury. Maybe that's the way. Maybe that's what it is. Thank you for contributing and engaging. That's. But a lot of people do think that certain things are luxury. Um, yeah, I've let you know that I'm a massage therapist, and when I became a massage therapist, it was it was right at the time that um, very commercial massage studios were being uh, built, and Massage Envy, and I forget, Hands and Stones or something like that. These kind of commercial but accessible uh, places where you can get a massage. Um, I remember that, and and because people thought of those things as being luxurious, but those people who owned small studios and were giving body works to other people um, didn't believe that these were luxuries, only that these things were things that were essential for healthy living and and self-care, and that you should have a massage at least twice every 2 weeks, just as you would get your hair done every 2 weeks, right? There was a time when women, you know, gave themselves manicures and pedicures. I have I have an aunt who gave herself a manicure and a pedicure every week. She had her whole nail kit. I don't know if you guys remember that you know people who got manicures and pedicures and paid for them usually went to high price salons, or they weren't accessible to the masses, and now they are. So if that's luxury, those things take time and they're luxurious, and the self-care, now considered self-care, by all means, go out and get your hair done, get a massage, and get yourselves a manicure and pedicure. It really, yeah, and that would be self-care. But something even more simple is taking the time to eat well, right? Coming up with good food to nourish your body, to take a walk in nature. These things are luxury. And the reason why these things are luxurious is because of the time that you spend with yourself. That's what I consider to be luxurious, that you make the time for it, for yourself. So, since this person was a celebrity, maybe she has the time. She's a working celebrity with, who's been working for a while. And yeah, so I don't know. Prioritizing self care requires some sense of self worth. Very good. Many women don't feel worthy of prioritizing themselves. Thank you, Nicole. Great point. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Yes. So, yeah, if you don't feel that, you're a big deal, then you aren't going to care for yourself in a big way. But my mother used to do the same thing. Yeah, I remember her soaking her feet in Johnson's, yes, foot soak before and did her petty. Absolutely. I do remember that. I do remember that. I never knew what that foot soak was all about until I got older and saw that my aunt used that for her pedicure. She did. She had all the instruments and everything. And I actually learned how to use one of them really well, these little scissors for the cuticles. And it, um, you know, um, I can go off on a tangent, but I'm going to let you know. When I went on my sabbatical in Portugal and went to a place to get a manicure and pedicure, they didn't soak my feet. They had me sit in a chair. They call it a Russian pedicure, and they use all of the instruments, the metal. And so it's almost like I was laying on a comfortable bed with my feet propped up with a bolster under my knees, and they sprayed, um, a solution on my feet, and it was actually so that if there was a cut, I believe that I would have been protected by the antiseptic. So that was, and they carefully took off dead skin from the bottom of my feet, around my cuticles, on my toes, buffed them. Do you remember the buffer that would shine the nail without, polish? Yeah, to bring the nail into a luster. Yeah, so these were time, these required time. And yes, my aunt, my mother were worthy of being pampered. They took the time to do that. And yeah, Nicole, getting enough sleep, eating a healthy meal, spending time journaling are all acts are acts of self care. Absolutely, absolutely. So, and those, and that's how you can. I find you celebrate yourself by doing these things. Those are affirming, and those are, if you consider them to be a statement of self care, the act of doing these things. That's your affirmation, right? Abba says, yes, I remember the buffer. Yeah, I remember that thing. uh, my mother did not like us using her buffer because she says you have not washed your hands yet. And my buffer will become dirty and not buff. I remember all those times. So, yeah, it's about self worth, and if you find yourself worthy of being pampered, and taken care of, and not even pampered, just caring for yourself. You don't have, caring about yourself. Yeah, putting on lotion for your dry skin. Yeah, my sister and I, my middle sister and I used to complain because we were the shiniest kids at the bus stop. we had we had so much um, what is it? Baby Johnson cream on us. Do you remember the Johnson's cream that was in a little white bottle with a pink top? We had before they started putting it in plastic. It was in a glass jar, and my mother had us greased from head to toe, and we smelled like babies until we were probably 10 or 11 years old. Oh, yeah, being shiny. Yes, we were shiny. And people used to say, "How you so clean?" We took that as, them teasing us, but we were clean and shiny. So, it's been a great short morning with you today. If you were just seeing this channel for the first time and you like what we're talking about in community, journaling in community, please come back, and do me a favor, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and you'll be made. Geez, I thought that was turned off. You'll be made aware when a new video is uploaded. Yeah, but we spend time here Tuesdays and Thursday morning at 7:30, and we have a good time, actually, as we do care for ourselves in community. We inspire one another, um, yeah, and we affirm ourselves in positive, powerful statements. Yeah, because it's important that we do. There's so much that we could say about ourselves that's not positive, and that we tend to do that more than we affirm ourselves. So please uplift yourself today. Hold yourself accountable for loving on yourself today. I really appreciate that. Yes, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Kuala Lumpur, Abba. Oh my goodness. This is your first. Oh, okay. It it won't be my last. Oh, thank you. Have enjoy. I want to see pictures of Kuala Lumpur. It won't be. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed you. You're doing some really interesting stuff, and we have to. I'd love to interview you, so you can tell people what you're up to, Abba. Yeah, you do some good, interesting things. Yeah, yeah, very good. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, small remembrances are big things. Yes, most definitely, definitely. So you all enjoy your travels. Yes, Nicole says, enjoy your travels wherever you are. Get rest from your travels, right? As you come back to wind down, enjoy it. Enjoy the wind down, Dr. Crystal. And have a great day. I plan on having a great day as I go and take myself to my hair appointment that I thought was Tuesday, but is actually today. So, and I look forward to seeing you whenever you can. Always remember that you can see this on replay and add your comments when you come back and replay. And those who are watching now, if you please give me the thumbs up, like, I'd appreciate it if in fact you liked it, and come back and spend time to journal with me. All right. Have a great day. Much love to you. Bye bye.